Hello everybody and welcome to my German language course. I'm a German native speaker and in this lesson you will learn how to conjugate regular verbs. So let's start. From my last lesson you know the personal pronouns already. They are ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, and sie with capital letters. Now you need to know that the German regular verbs can be categorized in 3 different groups. The main category are those verbs which have the ending en or the ending with just an n. And I will show you now in which way you can conjugate verbs with these endings. So here you see these are the endings which you can put after the word stem of each verb. For ich, it's the ending e. For du, it's the ending st. For er, sie, es means he, she, it, it's the ending t. For wir, it's the ending en, if the infinitive form of this verb is also an en. And it's the ending with just an n, if the infinitive form of this verb is also just with n. Then for ihr, the ending is also an nt, and for sie, which means they, and sie with capital letter, which means you in a formal way, the ending is also with en, like the infinitive form, or like n. It depends on what is the infinitive form. So I will give you now an example with the verb to love, which means lieben in German. As you can see, lieben has the ending en, and the word stem is lieb, L-I-E-B-E. So, do you remember what kind of ending each word stem has? For ich, it's an e, ich liebe. For du, it's an st, du liebst. For er, sie, es, which means he, she, it, it's an t, er liebt, sie liebt, es liebt. For wir, it's en, like the infinitive form, wir lieben. For ihr, it's a t, same like in the third person singular, ihr liebt. And for sie, it's sie lieben, also the infinitive form. And now I give you an example for a regular verb which ends on n. It's the verb tun, which means to do in German. This verb has just the end n, and it's conjugated like this. Try to guess how they are conjugated. You can pause the video for that. Now here is the solution. Ich tue, du tust, er, sie, es tut, wir tun, ihr tut, sie tun. The second category of regular verbs are those which also end on en, but have an d or an t before it. The only special thing about the conjugation of those verbs is that an e is put before the consonant endings. Like here, the s is a consonant, therefore the e is put in front of the s, and here also in front of the t, because the t is also a consonant. Then here the en and here the e, these are vowels, and therefore it's not necessary to put another vowel before it. So here is an example for a verb which ends on en but has a d before it. It's the German word reden, which means to talk. it's conjugated like that. Ich rede, du redest, er, sie, es redet, wir reden, ihr redet, sie reden. Then an example for a verb which also ends on en but has a t before it. It's the verb arbeiten, which means to work. Ich arbeite, du arbeitest, er, sie, es arbeitet, wir arbeiten, ihr arbeitet, sie arbeiten. The third category of regular verbs are those verbs which also end on en but have an z before it or an scharfes s, also called sz before it. The only special thing about the conjugation of those verbs is that in the second person singular the s of the st form is replaced by an z or by an scharfes s, also called sz, depending on the infinitive form. So here is an example of such a verb. It's the verb tanzen in German, which means to dance. This verb has an en ending but has an z before, and if you like to, you can pause now the video and guess how it is conjugated. Ich tanze, du tanzt, er, sie, es tanzt, wir tanzen, ihr tanzt, sie tanzen. Another verb of this category, but with the letter sz or scharfes s before the en, is the German verb heißen, which means to be named. You can also try to guess how it is conjugated by pausing the video now. Ich heiße, du heißt, er, sie, es heißt, wir heißen, ihr heißt, sie heißen. So I hope I could help you, and I wish you viel Glück, viel Spaß und tschüss.